Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
How old were you when you filed your first tax return? It's just a question I have for those of you who happen to be citizens of the United States of America. I was about 14 years old since I had part-time employment at an amusement park in Des Moines, Iowa. And saying it's an amusement park was a little bit of a stretch. Not to name any names, but needless to say, there wasn't much adventure in that land. So, even though I was being paid $2.50 an hour, I was happy to get $2.50 an hour because I couldn't make that kind of money anywhere else. Long days, mind you. I ended up getting a tax refund that year, largely because my dad is a CPA and he understands all that tax stuff a heck of a lot better than I do. No matter, I've got a top 5 tips for filing your taxes, and this was submitted by Blizzard242, and he's got a blog, photoblogger.wordpress.com, although he spelled photo F-O-T-O. He said, hey, I just got my W-2 and filed my taxes. Thought I'd pass along some tips for filing your 2008 tax returns. Number 5, file early as possible. Beat the rush and file your taxes as soon as you get your W-2. Because you know what? There's no sense in waiting till the last minute, and you're just postponing the inevitable, right? Hopefully you do file your taxes. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole legalities of whether or not the income tax is constitutionally, well, I'll leave that to all those of you who support Ron Paul and understand everything there is to know about the Federal Reserve and how it's no more federal than Federal Express. Number 4, make sure you have all your documentation in order, W-2, donation receipts, interest payments, educational costs, and whatever you might need. If you can, keep it organized throughout the year rather than just waiting until the last minute and then scrambling and going, I don't know what I'm going to do. In fact, Ponzi tonight asked if I had any receipts. We've started a weekly habit, or made a weekly habit out of compiling everything, bringing it all together so that we're not rushing around at the end of the month or the end of the year looking for documentation. Keep it all organized as best you can. Number 3, ask yourself if you're going to file your own return software or the classic 1040 form, or if you're going to go one of the tax preps centers. And lastly, a better option if you have a complex return is to ask someone like my father, a certified public accountant, a CPA. Now, I don't think my dad is going to help everybody out there. I don't even know if he can help you. I've asked him maybe if he could give some tax advice to the general internet, and he just hasn't done it yet. I don't know. I'm encouraging him. I want him to share tax help tips from a CPA's perspective. He's good at what he does. No doubt about it. No doubt at all. Number 2, make sure you fill in all the blanks. Leaving some vital information missing on your return can delay your refund, or worse. And, maybe you've got a family and, you're filling it out and everything. Just have someone double check it. Even if they're not, steeped and versed in the whole tax situation, at least they could review things and ask questions like, oh, do we need to do something here? Do we need to do something there? So just having someone double check your work can, possibly save you from, an extended period of time waiting for your refund, if you're getting a refund. Lastly, and most important, don't forget to sign the refund. You'd be surprised at how often this happens. You get everything done, you send it along, and they send something back saying, we need your John Hancock. Unless, of course, your name's not John Hancock, in which case they need, insert your name here. So, the bottom line is just stay on top of it. Don't wait till the last minute. And be honest. It's the best policy. Honesty is always the best policy. Now, Blizzard242's thrown in a bonus tip. He said if you go to irs.gov and if you've made less than $53,000, and you can look for the free filing link on the left side of the page, and you can e-file your federal return for free. And if you're lucky, if you live in one of the 21 states that offer free e-files, you don't have to pay anything. Just make sure you choose a site that you would trust with your information. Well, I don't think you could trust anybody beyond the IRS or irs.gov, regardless of its true legal. Anyway, I don't want to go into it. I'll leave that to all of those of you who support Ron Paul. No matter. So those are some tax tips passed along from someone like you or me, who are likely not financial wizards, but we still have to deal with taxes. If anybody else has any financial advice they want to pass along, and if you're a financial advisor or if you've just been dealing with finances through most of your adult life, anything you can do to help the rest of us, as long as it's good advice, and I think this is solid advice. There's nothing wrong with this. Pass them along. I'd love to share them with the rest of the community. My email address is chris@pirillo.com, and I'm just here existing on this planet because I enjoy talking about technology. I gotta admit. I mean, yes, I do make money too, and I report it all, but my passion is all about the geek stuff. So what I've done is I've set up a website where I'm streaming live video and audio out over the internet all the time. I mean, totally, like all the time. And I've set up this chat room, and in fact, the chat room's right here, and they're watching the live video as I'm recording this live video. It's a whole dynamic thing that's going on, and we talk about hardware, software, games. Every once in a while, we talk about how to save money. That's important too, especially if you want to buy the latest in gadgets and gizmos, even if I can't say the word greatest. No matter, as I said, we're open all the time, including on federal holidays, at one place and one place alone, live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.